Had a phone call. What's up, good people of probably mostly fake book? If this is your first time seeing me live and you're watching in one of the other investment groups, I run a group called Roughneck to Real Estate. I have a YouTube channel called Roughneck to Real Estate. I have a Facebook page called Roughneck to Real Estate, and you can go follow and be a part of all of those. We have a paid support button on the Facebook page that gets you access to an exclusive group where we do webinars, breaking this down in more detail, showing more stuff about marketing and everything else. But seeing as how we just got a owner finance offer on one of our mobile home parks, I felt obliged to come share this information with you. So what we did probably, I don't know, I guess about 3 or 4 months ago was we took one of our mobile home parks and we refinanced it with private money. We took somebody's IRA. They loaned it to us at 8% interest only. It's a fully wrappable loan. And we put that debt onto one of our mobile home parks. So we have a $400,000, 8% interest only loan that we pay on every single month. The tenants pay rent. We use that rent to pay the underlying mortgage payment. Essentially, the tenants are buying the asset. Being that it's fully wrappable, we can now owner finance it. So if you don't know what these terms mean, go look up wrap mortgage, read about it, watch more YouTube's about videos about it. But essentially, we have $400K worth of debt. And we now have a owner finance offer, somebody with 50 or 60,000 down. I don't remember exactly, but they want to pay us $600K. Okay. Or no, $650K minus the 50K down, which will give us a $600K note that will wrap this $400K. All right. Now keep in mind, this is 8% interest only. How you figure that up is you take the amount of money, take your little calculator, little iPhone calculator. Austin, why do they call him? Take the calculator here. You take the amount of money, 400,000 times 0.08 equals 32,000. Keep in mind, and then divide that by 12 months, and gives you your monthly payment. So we've got a $2,600 a month monthly payment on that property, interest only. Okay, and this is a note, not a knot. Our note that we're going to receive. See, this is where negotiations come in. The buyer, if you just came out and said, I'm going to charge you 10% interest on that loan, they would balk at it. So the goal is, since our monthly payment's only $2,600 a month, we want to have cash flow. We want to have them an incentive to refinance. Since this is a commercial transaction, our note will also have what's called a balloon, which means since ours is only a 3-year note, this one right here will also only be a 3-year note, which means they will have to refinance or pay off their $600K within 3 years. Okay. That's key. You can do that on commercial transactions in Texas. I don't know that you can do it on residential properties. You know, you can have a variable interest rate, but you can't have what's called a balloon, which means the entire balance of the note is due all at once. You can't do that in residential real estate as far as I know, but I'm not an attorney. Dodd-Frank is something to look into there if you want more information on that. But on a commercial transaction, you can also do that. You can have a balloon. This makes it a really good deal, but whenever you're talking with the buyer and they're like, hey, we have $50K, this is their down payment. It's right here. This is their down payment. Okay. Just going to leave them over a $60K note. That gives us some liquidity. So, you know, that money comes in the bank. We get $50,000 in the bank right off the bat. This note has a monthly payment. We'll put the monthly payments over here. $2,600 a month. And we've got to try to find the terms that are going to make this note right here, the $600,000 note. We need to make money over the top of it, obviously, because it's gonna. This does a lot of things to your balance sheet. One, you go from a $400,000 debt on your balance sheet, a $400,000 liability, to a $600,000 note, a $600,000 asset. So this right here instantly is $200,000 worth of equity plus the $50,000 worth of liquidity that comes into the bank account. So it just improves your balance sheet overall right off the bat. This is not. I'm not going to give any tax advice. Call your CPA on how you pay the taxes on all this, but essentially this will be sold on an installment sale. So the taxes will be deferred, which is a really good transaction. So we were looking at it, and the buyer comes in, they tell us what they got. They have questions. They're going to come look at the property. They're going to want to know what interest rate we're going to charge and stuff like that. Typically whenever you're looking at a residential real estate transaction, you typically see people charging between 9 and 10% interest on those, because your interest rate is the only leverage you have for them to refinance. So this $200,000 in equity that's right here, if you want to get access to it faster in residential real estate, you got to charge as high of an interest rate as you can, because that's going to be all the motivation you can give them to refinance. Okay. In this transaction, since of what it's going to do to your balance sheet, it's going to put an asset on there. It's going to put equity on your books, and it's going to give you liquidity. You don't want to hit them with some crazy interest rate that makes them want to back away from the deal, right? You also need to keep in mind that they need to maintain a certain DSCR, that they're going to have expenses they're going to incur. They did tell us that they have an extra $150,000 that they're going to put in. So they want to increase the density, which means move some trailers around so they can go from 19 units that are there right now to 24 units total. I think it's a great plan. I think it's a great idea. I think they, are going to have a great asset when they're done in a very safe location. These guys are coming out of Canada. So anytime you're going from a Canadian investment environment to a Texas investment environment, you're already improving your ROI tremendously. Okay. For this transaction, though, you don't want to hit them with the interest rate. So the first thing they wanted to know was, what interest rate are we going to charge? So my answer to them was, what do you think about 8.5? Okay. Now I want you to look at this, because it's very important that you see it. When you see this, and I don't know if y'all can make it out right now because of the autofocus, but that's a $4,600 a month monthly payment at 8.5% interest. So their monthly payment would be $4,600 a month. Okay. And that's 8.5% interest for 30 years. And I want to kind of show y'all how this works, because every month that they pay on this amortization chart, they're paying down roughly $350, $360 worth of principal. So the equity on the note is going down every single month. At the end of 3 years, I scroll right here, they're only going to owe $585,000. They're not gaining on it tremendously. They're not gaining a bunch of equity every single payment. So in however many years, in 3 years, we would have collected 36 months, 36 times 2,000. We'd have collected $72,000, and they would have only gained $15,000 of principal. We'll still owe our $400,000. They'll owe $585,000, and we would have collected $72,000 over the top of it. So the total value of this sale is well over $700,000 for us. When they get ready to refi, or if they have to come back and try to negotiate with us and say, hey, we need more time, then we have to go to our private money person and say, hey, we need more time, and we might be able to give it to them. But I feel like within 3 years, they could have this thing straightened out onto some bank debt, or source some private capital of their own to get us paid off. And I think it's going to be a tremendous deal. The reason why you need to understand how to wrap a note, what you're doing when it comes to owner finance is because if you can do this, if you can source private capital to hold an underlying mortgage, you can sell it on a wrap. You can clean up your balance sheet pretty much at any given time, no matter what the economy's doing. You'll understand this. Like I mentioned at the beginning of the video, we got the paid Facebook group. You go to my Facebook fan page. You can become a supporter and learn that. If you have any more questions about that, we can teach it there. But I think that this transaction overall, and when we're breaking it down and showing you why it's a good deal for everybody, if you don't know this, you need to dig into it. You need to go watch more YouTube videos about it. You need to find somebody that understands owner finance and get them to mentor you, whatever it takes. I don't have a coaching program. I don't have any of that stuff. I've got the paid Facebook and that's it. But if you do want to learn more about it, we can put something together with more specifics and dive into it and put it together a little bit better than this. I just wanted to come out here and lay out some content real quick while I had time. I was waiting on a guy to call me, and I think he's already called me like twice. So I'm about to have to jump off of here. But I found this very interesting and show you exactly what it looks like, kind of in a way, in the best way that I can with such short notice. So if you're interested in supporting us, if you're interested in supporting the channel, you can go to the Facebook fan page, sign up to become a supporter. It's $20 a month, and we will do more marketing videos. We will do more webinars. It's basically our webinar platform. And if you have a business and you want to sponsor that, there's another way we can do that. I haven't figured it out yet, though, so I'll have to look more into it. Oh, by the way, if you're not watching on YouTube, please go subscribe to my YouTube and watch these videos there. I've got videos on how to buy a mobile home park, multifamily, everything you can think of on my YouTube channel. It's all there for you to figure out. And we'll do more of this stuff and break this stuff down. The only reason why I can't go in more detail on this is because I got a lot of haters out here in the world wide webs, and I don't want them to go try to be a little bitch on me and hate on my shit. So anyways, I appreciate y'all's time. I appreciate what y'all got. And I'm going to get out of here. So we'll see y'all later. Peace.